Boys, welcome back to another Skin Club video. This session is going to be a little bit different. This is going to be our Q&A video. Now, a lot of people were requesting this in the Discord, which, by the way, if you're not in that, what are you doing? We're giving away over $500 worth of skins absolutely for free because we hit the milestone of over 500 members in the Discord. To be honest, we're almost at 700, which is nuts. And you guys have been pumping the videos, showing a lot of love and support, so it's a way that I can give back to you guys. We're going to start off opening the free cases. As always, if you want to play on Skin Club yourself, click the line in the first link of the description. You get 7% deposit bonus. Come to the Discord if you're not, and we are quite literally just going to go through the questions here on the Discord. So it's going to be a bit more of a chill video. I will run some battles, but I'm mainly just going to do whatever feels right at the time. Now, I should probably give people, like, read people's names and stuff like that. Doggo with the hat, he asks, is this your full-time dream job? Is doing this full-time your dream job, basically? Funnily enough, it never was, right? I honestly got into doing this just for fun. Like, I was streaming a bit of CS and I got into gambling, and before you know it, I was streaming Skin Club on TikTok and whatnot, which was crazy, dude. We got rinsed on that. That was trash. And basically, I was only ever just doing it for fun. I never really thought I could make money in it. And don't get me wrong, I knew there were people out there like Juicy that were making money from it, but I really just wanted to do it as a bit of a hobby. I was still doing my own business at the time. And then a few things happened and I actually started really enjoying this. So I started putting a lot of effort into YouTube. Oh my gosh, don't. No, what? Why against me, bro? Oh my god, we need to pull that so we can match. That would be crazy. I'm already pissed off about that. Anyway, now though, it 100% is. I would love to do this full time and not to actually have to worry about doing anything else. I, however, am working on like another actual business. I'm trying to start up like a supplement company or a pre-workout business, just because I always will be in the gym. Like, I genuinely love the gym, and I think it helps so much as well. So yeah, that it is, as well as doing other things, just because I can. I've tried doing the 9 to 5, working for other people. I hate it, man. I'm not built like that. I can't do it long term. I mean, I've spent my time doing it, and I think everyone has to learn certain skills, but yeah, I would love to do this full time. Now, Nova has some basic questions here. What's my favorite color? Blue. How old am I? I am 25. Oh my god, dude. Case Harden, that's wild. We answer back with an Icarus. Nice. That's crazy. What are the 3 digits on the back of your credit card? What a guy, bro, honestly. I don't have any pets. My girlfriend has a dog. She has a King Charles Cavalier. He's really, really cute. Zeus asked, have I fought a kangaroo? And if so, did I win? Dude, we fight kangaroos all the time in Australia. It's very, very common. We ride them to school. We ride them to work. When they act up, you got to put the gloves on. And no, I got my ass beaten. How much have I netted from CSGO Gamba? It's honestly, it's a hard question to answer because obviously we're not talking about sponsorships and all of that. As far as how much I have netted from gambling myself, there was one stage where considerably I was up about $50,000, and that was ridiculous. That was like luck on top of luck on top of luck. I got super, super lucky with some of the battles that I did. And a lot of them I wasn't even depoting like a crazy amount of money. I started putting a lot of money into videos and stuff like that when I was getting a bit more into Skin Club, but it wasn't really something that I was just pumping. I need to like be conservative with my funds here. What am I doing? Off. Okay, I just got demonetized. Crazy. Timmy, bro, maybe you can cut that out for me. Anyway. About 50,000 was my net profit. Now that I'm sponsored, obviously I get sort of incentives and I don't really have to use my own money for a lot of different sites. So I've managed to keep quite high profits, which is great. Have you ever swam across the Amazon River? I have not. Did you always have a clear idea of what you wanted to do or where you wanted to be in life when you were younger, or did you figure it out along the way? Also, are you any good at CS? Bro, I had no idea what I wanted to do. When I was in school, high school, we basically were taught like you have to go to uni to make money, university, college, whatever. And I was locked in to do that. I was going to study like basically physiology or become a physio, so physiotherapy. And in my first year of uni, I realized like I hated it. But by that stage, like I was overweight, I was drinking and partying all the time. Like I really, really wasn't happy with how my life was. And I honestly never would have pictured back then that I would have had my own business prior to doing this, which did quite well. And then I would have never pictured myself doing this and making YouTube videos to actually make pretty good money and be sponsored and everything like that. So I definitely had no idea what I was doing. Even arguably now, I would say I don't really have a clear idea of what the future looked like. I just kind of take it all one day at a time, which I think is the best thing that anyone can do. This will actually pay if we win this. And yeah, I think if you're someone who isn't sure on what you're doing, then you don't really need to stress or anything like that, because there's just so much opportunities and doors that can open just by you showing up and doing like the daily things that you need to do. That's all I really focused on, and that's how I got to this point. Am I good at CS, bro? I would say I was extremely cracked at CS. Taking aside pros like in OCE, I would say I was one of the best. I can't lie. Like I've played with a lot of people, and I feel like I was just cracked. I can't say that. I would absolutely wreck a lot of the people that still play CS now if I was in my prime. Like I don't really... the How case sucks, I'll be honest, but then this sucks as well. Yeah, I would absolutely kill them if I was still playing, but I managed to give it up just because of the cheaters and stuff like that. Do you drive? I do. I love cars personally. I just drive an old Mazda 3 at the moment. I was going to buy a Tesla, like a Model Y, because I think they're just so sexy, and I love the EVs for being efficient. But I've decided I'm just putting all my money into crypto. That's all I'm doing. I'm no longer going to be buying any expensive watches, expensive clothes. I bought a Rimowa suitcase on my last holiday, which was like $2,000. And now it's kind of just like, why did I do that? I could have bought... it was almost 2 Ethereum back when the prices dropped, right? So it's kind of dumb for me to look back and think like, oh, I wish I had just bought crypto and then I would have been doing a lot better off. So I will stick with that Mazda 3 until it dies, probably. What's my favorite song, artist, group, band, or genre, I guess? I listen to a lot of rap or like hip hop music, I guess you would say. My favorite artist is probably Drake. I know that's such a basic answer, but I don't know. He's just goated in my opinion, man. He is literally the boy. This pedal's pretty good. Let's run it. Crazy mode though? No, thank you. What are my top 3 animes? Ooh. I'll just give you all the ones that I like, because I don't really put them in order, but I'm a big fan of Black Clover. I'm a big fan of 7 Deadly Sins. That 7 Deadly Sins to me has such peak character development. I think it's such an underrated anime. A lot of people complain about the animation towards the end of the series, but I think it's definitely worth a watch. I think the characters are insane in there. Obviously, I'm into like the standard ones: Attack on Titan, Naruto, JJK. What's some other really good ones? Cyberpunk Edge Runners I really liked. I think a lot of people who don't like anime or who aren't exposed to it could really actually enjoy that. I grew up watching Dragon Ball Z a lot, which I loved at the time, but now looking back, it's kind of just average. Hunter x Hunter is good. I pretty much just watch... Oh, nice hit. I pretty much just watch everything that's the main one. I'm getting into Bleach. I loved Berserk. I'm devastated that they didn't continue the old style. I can't even watch the part 2 or 3 of that because the animation just makes me want to do some crazy shit. Give me a good hit here. Beautiful. Would have preferred the Desert Hydra, but that's alright. But yeah, I'm into all of them, dude. I think if you're not watching anime, you're behind on a lot of life lessons. Like, to be honest, a lot of my mentality and my mental toughness has come from anime, which is crazy. Especially like if you don't have, say, someone to pass that on to you or teach you that sort of one-on-one, you need to be watching anime, in my opinion. That is just like a no-brainer. If you're wanting to be motivated, if you're wanting to build up some resilience, etc., then if you're not watching anime, you were just literally wasting your time. Let's try and see how many of these. I think we can probably run one of everyone. How long did it take you until Skin Club noticed you? To be honest, man, when I first started filming on Skin Club, I had no intention of being sponsored. I didn't even really think it was a possible thing. I was making videos. I probably produced about 20 videos before I got an email from Skin Club. And I know you can actually reach out to them now, which before, I don't really think it was a thing. But it was probably about 20 videos, maybe 30. And I was using my own money. And it started off small, like I was doing $100, $200, $300. And then I was doing 1,000 getting rinsed, redepositing, 1,000 getting rinsed, redepositing. It was nuts. It was nuts. And when you're sort of using that for your own money, it gets a little bit crazy. But if you're someone who wants to get into this, like you guys have probably seen in the Discord, my brother is getting into this and he's working on improving and stuff like that. You don't need to start with a lot of money. I fortunately, my business did well. I had a lot of capital. I've said before, I had over 100,000 that I could use to make these videos. But you don't need to be doing that, right? Obviously, it's a lot of risk if you do it. It just means it might take you a little longer if you're going to do smaller things. But just try and work out, how can I be entertaining? How can I do things differently? Obviously, when I wasn't able to be paid directly from YouTube, I didn't care about monetization, etc. I was saying crazy stuff. And I still do sometimes, to be honest, because it's just, that's who I am, right? Damn, that is a rough hit. Favorite skin? I love the Howl. That's probably my favorite, to be honest. The M4A4 Howl, I'm devastated that I got rid of mine. I wish I kept it. I also love the Pandoras. I think the purple scheme, I really, really love. If I could have one colored inventory, I would have to do it purple. I know the Howl's not purple, but I would just make that sacrifice. Oh, okay. Oh, whoa. I did not expect to hit that. That's a crazy comeback on the Matteo's case. That case is nuts, by the way. Alright, somehow we're making money. We are literally over 5 grand. This is really, really good. Zeus wants to bounce off of that guy's question. Did you approach Skin Club? No, they approached me. So I had an email from Skin Club, but I have seen some people share like screenshots of Skin Club reaching out to them. So, of them being able to contact Skin Club via email or something like that. So there is a way you can reach out to them. I don't see anything wrong. Have I even opened this? I don't think so. I don't see anything wrong with you reaching out to Skin Club. Obviously, you have to just be uploading consistently and have done a few videos, probably gotten some good views, etc., etc. And yeah, then things will go from there. I think I kind of answered this already, but as far as advice I'd give to someone starting making videos or grow on social media, it's just being consistent, bro. Just focus on how can I make this video better than the last one. That's it. All you really need to do is improve over time. Like my first video wasn't that good, but I had a background in making social media content for my business. So I wasn't really scared to talk into a microphone. I wasn't really scared to do any of that. But it's just something that gets easier, man. Like everything is hard when you first start doing it. And you probably will watch it back thinking, oh, this is cringe, oh, I sound so bad. Just post it, bro. Because if you don't post it, then you don't get anywhere closer. Like if I never posted that first video, if I was too tripped over like, oh, I sound like an idiot, then I wouldn't be sponsored by some of the biggest sites in the world right now. That is a good hit. What advice or tips would you give someone who's trying to keep their momentum going? Oh, just set non-negotiables, man. I used to say to myself, I will film and upload a video every single day. And I did it every single day. It doesn't need to be a lot of money on there, but as long as you keep showing up and do what you said. Maybe for some of you, like I was obviously working as well at the time, but if you can't dedicate, 7 days a week of uploads, what can you do? Can you do 5? Can you do 3? Can you do 2? Just work on it that way. But it's momentum that builds through you actually being consistent in terms of doing what you said you're going to do. We are printing money this session, dude. I don't really know what's going on. But yeah, that's the only way to get better, is to just do more and more and more. What I would give you a little tip, I use hotkeys when I'm recording on OBS. So pretty much I would have a keybind to pause as well as having a keybind to start recording. I just think it makes everything so much smoother. It literally halves the editing time for me. And from me doing that, I'm sure it makes things a lot easier for my editor that I have now as well. But when I started, by the way, I did this all by myself, like no editor. That's only a new thing. and I am seeing there's obviously a lot of benefit in terms of doing it. He does a great job with these videos. That's kind of my tips that I have for that. How do sponsorships work? Can you keep anything that you win? They're all different, to be honest with you, man. They're all different. I don't know technically how much I'm allowed to say, but majority of sites will give you a just entirely sponsored balance. So I have 2 accounts on Skin Club. This one is my alt account, as I would say, and the balance is entirely not mine. I can't keep anything. I can't withdraw. Yeah, it's all separate in terms of what payments I do receive, etc, etc, but I can't really say too much other than that. Some sites, they'll give you like the starting balance and then you can withdraw whatever you get, but it all depends on how much business you're going to bring to the sites. So you just need to work on improving over time, getting better results, and then you can renegotiate deals and stuff like that. Face reveal, never. I will probably never do a face reveal. Maybe in the future, to be honest, if I ever blow up like crazy, but I mean, there's a few reasons why, but if you look at Juicy, who's such a big YouTuber for CS gambling, he has never revealed his face, and I didn't really understand it until I started doing this, right? Part of me loves the idea of if we can blow up to being at that level where you're just a multi-millionaire, great following on YouTube, really loyal fan base, and you can just go out in the public and no one knows who you are. I think that is so cool. I think it is so cool knowing that in one way you're kind of quote unquote famous. Not that I am, but Juicy is, right? And on the other hand, no one knows who you are. I think it's really cool that you're able to do that. So the people who know, they actually know. But I don't think I'll ever do a face reveal. I used to wear like a ski mask and stream and make videos, but I probably won't do that again. Okay. How do you join the Discord giveaways? If you guys didn't know, I know that seems like I probably planted that question. I swear to God I didn't. But if you guys didn't know, all you have to do is join the giveaway. There's literally a channel in there called Free Giveaways. It is so easy. And yeah, you just click on the little, I guess, party hat emoji that comes up. And that's it. You were sweet. We are going to run one last battle because that is basically the end of the questions. I double clicked that, but we are not worried. We are not worried. And I want to do the 1000. But maybe we'll turn this into a 2v2. We will do a 2v2. But essentially that's all of them, man. That is all of the questions. I think the biggest thing that people want to know is just how do you get into doing this? A lot of people would love to do it, or they think they would love to do it, and by all means give it a shot, man. You absolutely have to try everything that you think you would enjoy doing in life. I can tell you right now, bro, my biggest fear is having to work for someone else the rest of my life. I would absolutely hate that. I just wouldn't be able to last, man. Like, it would drive me insane. A lot of you are probably the same. A lot of you are probably scared to quit your, say, full-time work or your what do you call that? Oh my God. Your stable income, etc. My girlfriend's really big on stable income, whereas like this obviously could blow up and I would just have no money coming in, but it's a risk to me that's worth taking. I think a lot of people need to take their chances with that because you can do a hell of a lot more working for yourself than you can for someone else. So take the risks. Obviously don't quit your job if you have bills and mortgage and no savings, etc. But just start doing stuff on the side. Dude, that is not a good hit for me. Exclusive on the left, please. Oh, I don't know. I don't know if we won that. I'm actually scared. We lost. Take the risk. Do your own thing. Don't be crazy. Like, be smart about what you're doing. That's all I can really say, dude. Like, it's going to come down to that. But if you want to give it a shot, by all means, dude, give it a shot. Why not? What do you actually have to lose? Everyone is going to just die one day and it's going to mean nothing anyway. Worst case, like I always say, you can always go back to working a normal job for someone else. Crazy mode. Don't know why I'm doing this. Give me nothing, please. Oh, God, I would have won that. I'm going to do it one more time. We're going to do it one more time. This is a complete rinse of the balance. Oh my fucking goodness. Anyway, boys, that is going to wrap up the video. I appreciate you watching this one. It was a little bit more of a chill one. Definitely not, like, say, my normal style. but I'm glad I could sort of answer some of those questions and hopefully give you guys an insight into what I did and what I believe and stand by as far as if you're trying to build a successful YouTube channel or get sponsored, etc. Man, that kills me. But anyway, I appreciate you watching. I hope you have a great day. Join the Discord if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video.